May the force be with you, and welcome to Deadly Dungeon, a community dungeon show presented by Real Goblins and hosted by me, Nik Bowen. Today, for our 14th episode, we have our ninth party, who will be taking on the 7th floor. And as you can see here on my screen, we are in for a very, very special treat today. And there's a reason for my different intro. So let's go ahead and introduce our players and their characters, starting with the one, the only, Emperor Palpatine.
Evening, Apollo.
Good evening.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rumble Roar on all the things. I will be playing the lovely Emperor, who is obviously a level 6 Peace Cleric in real life. We're gonna have a good time seeing what the Sith can do to this floor.
Yes, we sure are. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what I mean, do we need to explain what Emperor Palpatine looks like?
Well, I'm going with the later episodes Palpatine, not the semi-sexy Senator Palpatine. Yeah, so we'll go straight out of episode 5 and 6. He's looking kind of pale, kind of leather-facey, but also super, Jedi, Sithy dangerous.
Give us that leather face Palpatine, please. Okay, moving on. We have the only other one and only, the chosen one, Lord Vader.
Hello. It is I, Lord Vader.
Excellent. And Lord Vader, can you tell us a little bit about them, please? About yourself.
Well, I grew up on a small desert island, or small desert planet, and now I rule the universe. Bow!
Okay. Maybe we'll bow after you tell us a little bit about what class you're playing.
Warlock.
And it looks here mixed with a level 1 fighter, it would seem.
Yes.
Excellent. Temhr, you're ridiculous. And we thought the LED show was already there, but you're dialing it up to 13. Okay.
Vader is not ridiculous. Oh, sorry. Vader is not ridiculous.
Very good. All right. And then we have a new player joining us today, playing Boba Fett.
Yep, that's me. And hey, this is my cat.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
I am a Mandalorian mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy shooting things. I enjoy long walks on desert beaches. And very concealing armor.
Okay, so you might say you like sand. Is that right?
Yes, not so much on the worms, big on the dunes.
Okay, good. And it looks like you are going to be playing a level 1 rogue, level 5 Swarmkeeper Ranger.
That is correct.
Excellent. Yes, we've enjoyed some of our Swarmkeepers in the show. And that brings us finally to our most lovable android of this episode, HK47.
Hi, I'm Shadow, Scarlet Shadow in Twitch chat, Shadow054 in Discord. I'll be playing HK47, who is a snarky assassin droid who speaks with weird things like observations and queries, and then pretty much makes fun of all of his party members for the entire time. I'll be playing an Artificer Artillerist level 6, using the Eldritch Cannon for the Force Ballista this time instead of the Protector, because I don't want Apollo to just kick me out of the call at the start of the game.
A wise choice. One might say guided by the Force. All right. Is there anything else anyone has to say before we dive into the dungeon? All right. Hearing and seeing none, I will go ahead and move us over to floor number 9. Floor 7. There we go. Head right in and start our crawl music. I will drag us all over here. So, the four of you suddenly arrive. Maybe it's the will of the Force, maybe it was your transporters, but somehow you arrive here in this strange stone and tile room with quite simple furniture made of wood and textile. And books made of leather, not those wonderful somebody help me out, hollow cubes, data crystals, whatever, insert Star Wars reference here for information storage and books.
Don't forget Battlestar Galactica. They're going to be mad if we forget that.
Oh my god, if someone did a BSG party, I would be so fucking thrilled. Cutting the corners off all the books that episode, absolutely. Okay, so you arrive here in this room with a strange lever, some chairs, lots of bookshelves, and this brazier with gentle, warm flame. So here you all are. As always, why don't we just have everyone roll initiative at this point? You can do that by going to your character sheet and clicking initiative, or click on your token, and then in the top left corner you should see an initiative button. All right. So here we are. While we have the initiative tracker up, we can use that, but also I don't mind stepping a little bit out of round order if you have some creative, fun role play. So you want to take us away, Lord Vader?
Yes. It appears I have in my possession a flail of +6. It should be a good weapon for my cleric here.
Good Lord Vader, I will take my weapon.
There we go. And I would like to summon a pack weapon, a spear in particular. That would be the pack of the blade I'm using.
Yes, we have our warlock with us who will use packed weapon, one of my favorite class features here. So this is just like you are just creating a weapon, right? As opposed to making a weapon or a packed weapon. Okay. So as an action, you just summon a spear into your hand. What does this spear look like?
It looks like a spear with a very, very sharp tip at the end and flames going down it. Red, because I like red flames. And a hot pink neon end onto it. You know, with little frilly bits, like a little girl's tricycle.
Wonderful.
I like that too.
The little tassels.
Nice.
Very good. Okay. Boba Fett, what are you doing here?
I look around, curious as to what sort of primitive planet we've landed on. And I kind of look back, look to the side. I see HK-47 kind of eye that blaster rifle he's holding. I kind of give him a look like, do you know how to use that thing? Better give it here. And I ready action to attune to it when he gives it to me.
Excellent. HK-47.
Observation. This does not look like the Death Star cafeteria, Master. Where have you led us? And then HK-47 will move to this spot right here, everybody, and he's going to dump a few things out of his pack to hand everybody else. He'll be handing two artificer items, and I think I probably should link those.
Yes.
In chat. He'll be handing to Boba Fett the repeating shot infusion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is a heavy crossbow that has been granted a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, including the need to ignore the loading property. And then he will turn around to the Emperor and hand him a set of robes that has been infused with a mind sharpener. And both of these items will require attunement. He will then also start attuning to his own ability, or his own infusion, the Enhanced Arcane Focus, which is a wand.
Oh, it looks like the Mind Sharpener does not require attunement, but the others do.
Ah, my apologies.
Oh, that's all good. Cool.
It means it's even faster.
Yes.
And I
Okay.
think-
So you have a +1 heavy crossbow that produces its own ammunition and requires no loading.
Yes.
And the ammunition disappears when shot after it hits. You have a 4-charge robe, which the charges can be used to just automatically succeed on a con save when you fail it. So you don't even have to declare it ahead of the roll. You just can roll and then wow. Wonderful. And then the Enhanced Arcane Focus, and this is yours. I'm going to say that since you created these items, you are already attuned.
Okay.
But to pass them off, it will require attunement for the crossbow, which I think you all have reskinned as a blaster. So this Arcane Focus gives you +1 on your spell attacks and ignores half cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Okay, cool. All right. So,
And
Mhm.
that is my turn. Yep.
So Emperor Palpatine, you have been bestowed some robes, and Boba Fett, you had a ready action to grab the blaster and begin attuning to it. What does that? What does that look like?
Well, I grab it from HK-47, and then immediately it goes off in my hand. I sort of very sensitive. Why so sensitive? You're a droid. What are you doing? It's a hair trigger on this thing. Come on, man.
The Emperor picks up all the swag from his compatriots, begins to look around, answering the droid's question of where are we, and says, "We appear to be in a library. We should figure out exactly what is going on before we proceed." And then begins to look at the books on said shelf. Perhaps looking for some lost secrets of Sith lore. Of course, these books would look old and boring and definitely not like anything exciting on the shelf.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation check, and we'll see what you find at the start of your next turn. Pretty good. An 18. A natural 18, in fact. Okay. So Lord Vader, as Emperor Palpatine begins rummaging through the books, what are you doing?
Lord Vader studies his spear, which to him it looks like a lightsaber, and he practices it while looking around the room. He sees a bookshelf, and he too looks for books. With force, he uses his force hand to just rip books off the shelf.
Okay, you're using the Force to seek out a book. What are you looking for? What are you?
Light reading, things that remind him from his day in Tatooine. See sand dune, see suns go up, the 3 moons, stuff like this. Goodbye moon, good night moon, stuff like that.
Okay, give me a we'll call it Starcana check to use the Force.
While Vader's ripping all these books off the shelf, Palpatine would turn and say, "Vader, I haven't seen you this angry in a library since you came across all those younglings so long ago."
Oh yes, the younglings. I do love remembering that time. They fought so poorly.
Yikes. Put a counseling office in the next room here. Boba Fett.
As everyone else begins rummaging, Boba Fett looks around and says, "Well, I guess I should look busy too. Don't want Palpatine over there thinking I'm slacking off again." He moves over to this other bookshelf and he examines it as well.
Oh, so are you gonna continue the process of attuning to your weapon?
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know that took the full. I wasn't sure if I could do something else in the meantime, or if it was taking like a full action every turn for a minute.
No. So, what's different about my dungeon is I have a special attunement rule, which is they take a minute to do, but it requires complete concentration. You can walk around while you're doing it, and if you want to flavor that with some role play, that's totally fine. But in terms of investigating action, that's mechanically,
gotcha.
Yeah, separate.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll just walk around and lightly supervise as make sure Palpatine doesn't burn the place down with some air and force lightning or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and kind of checking out like the modules and attachments to your new blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, being careful to point it away from Palpatine just in case.
Yeah, good call. While during this minute, we have Palpatine looking through books and Vader using the Force to guide his hand. HK, what are you doing with this minute?
I think HK during this minute, since he's not attuning to his wand, since he's already attuned to it, will eventually move over here to this position and will attempt to pull this lever.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. You pull on the bar with what requires tremendous force, but you manage to do it, and the blast door rises before you, leading to another room with another light, marble floors, and several doors. There's a door to your north that is yet another blast door with no door handle and no hinges. And then there are doors to your left and right, quite quaint in terms of your technological advancement. These doors have some strange markings on them, 3 circles with runes that you do not recognize. One to the left, one to the right.
I think HK will stand here and hold this position at the door and wait for everybody else to finish with their actions.
Okay. So Emperor Palpatine, you got a 16 on, or I'm sorry,
18.
An 18 on your investigation. And remind me what it was you were looking for specifically?
Old books. Hopefully some of the Sith variety, if possible.
Okay. Yes, you do find something. There is a book in what appears to be Sith, or I looked at your languages, it looks like you know Dwarven, so we'll just say Sith and Dwarven are strangely, eerily similar.
That's canon now.
Yes, it is absolutely canon. Okay, I had come up with something for this, and I forgot to write it down, so give me one moment, and I'll tell you the title of the book you find. Just need to find my reference. Okay. So the title of the book, it's quite long. It is The Epic Space Wars, or I'm sorry, The Epic Confrontations of the Space Wizards, Duel of the Jedi.
This immediately grabs the Palpatine's attention, and he removes it from the shelf and begins to flip through the pages.
You find something interesting, Emperor?
We will see. The Titan's intriguing at the very least.
And this is a story that you are familiar with, Emperor Palpatine. It chronicles the story of 2 Jedi who are tasked with protecting a queen. And along their journey, they find a boy who is quite gifted, and ultimately someone you know and are intimately familiar with, and send to confront them, is killed in the line of duty, but not before he kills the master of those pair of Jedi. And at the end,
too sad of a story for the rest of you. And he puts it back on the shelf.
Very good. All right.
He
Mhm.
will then turn to his other human counterparts and embolden them, if you will. We are together. The Sith. I do believe we have this reflavored as the dark side is flowing deep within us all. So we have Emboldening Bond for the next 10 minutes, which gives us all sorts of fun D4s.
I can feel it. Power. It's incredible.
Let the hate flow through you.
Excellent. Okay. Let's start a emboldening bond tracker. And that will end on round. We'll say you've got 10 minutes. That'll be like 102. Or 100. I'll say 103. Because it's probably around 3. Probably round 3 at this point. So we'll this to our initial tracker with 103. Cool. All right. So that brings us to the top of the round order with Lord Vader, who is also searching for books. You said you're looking for some light reading, and with a 16 on your Starcana check, the Force guides you to some particular books. Oh God, I seriously need to read or watch the movie. Read the book or watch the movie Dune. You come across a book called Sandpile.
Right. Exactly how I remembered my childhood. Oh, by the way, this emboldening bond, just remember, don't be too proud of this probable terror you've constructed. The ability to embolden bond is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't lecture me on the power of the Force. I'm the one that taught you, remember?
Yes, Master.
Good. Let's carry on.
All right.
Observation. If you keep talking like that, Master, you may want to drink some water.
Okay.
Have
So
plenty in my inventory. We're fine.
good. So, any additional actions, spells people want to cast, other features people want to use in the minute of attunement for Boba Fett?
I actually want to go over to Lord Vader, glance at the book he has there, and say, anything interesting? Palpatine's didn't have any pictures or anything.
Vader flips through the book. Is there
Perhaps
anything?
directions to the cafeteria?
Vader wonders that himself. It's difficult to read the book with a big helmet. You know, eyesight's not quite too good.
Oh, give it here. My helmet has slightly bigger eye holes.
Oh, here we go.
I hold the book directly up to my face. I see nothing and just hand it right back. I'm sorry. Got nothing here either.
Okay. All right. Anything else during that first minute of attunement? And feel free to reorient yourselves in this space.
I think we're good until we're done the tuning, and then we have plenty of stuff to do.
Okay. Let's get at it. What do you all have to do?
HK will say, observation. Time to move forward, meatbags. And he will start moving towards this door over here, and then shout back to everybody, begin your preparations. And then HK will cast on himself. Let me find it. First spell of the night. We are going to cast. That is not what we're going to cast. That was a misclick. My apologies. Yeah, he's going to cast Expeditious Retreat. on himself.
Okay. All right. You cast Expeditious Retreat, which allows you to move at an incredible pace. When you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns, you may dash. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put this icon on you for Expeditious Retreat. I'm also going to put a concentration marker. Oop. Okay, so Expeditious Retreat should end on round 110. So I'll go ahead, or when you lose concentration, whichever comes first. Okay. What is the next spell? Anyone, go ahead.
Yeah. At that point, Boba Fett moves up to HK. Okay. And right about there. And then I will say, it looks like you could use an adjustment. Here, hold on. And that little whirly gizmo thing comes out of my arm, and I adjust something on him. And I cast Long Strider.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just wait.
Okay, Long Strider from Boba Fett. And this is these are both level 1 spells, right?
Correct.
Okay, so your target speed increases by 10 until the spell ends, which is 1 hour. Okay. I'm not even gonna track that, as an hour is I think. I'll just write that down on my notes here, which will be round
That's fair.
600. No. Wait a sec.
600. Yeah, because it's
610.
and I say, you had looks like you had a servo loose there, HK. Should be all better now. Go ahead and test that movement of yours. Give me a little flex. There you
Observation. Much better. Thank you.
go. Observation. You're welcome. See,
Well-
I can do it too, droid.
Well, it is clear now he can move as fast as he can talk, but I do believe we could use a little bit more help.
And Palpatine will cast Aid
Level 2
on
spell. Lots of pre-spells.
myself, Lord Vader, and HK-47.
Okay. Oh my god, and that's 8 hours. I'm not even gonna bother writing that down. Okay. So each of you increase your maximum hit points by 5. So you said who?
Everyone
Myself.
except Boba Fett.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so HK-47's HP goes up to 50, Palpatine goes up to 56, and Vader, yours goes up to 52?
52.
What's that?
That would be correct.
Okay, cool.
Is anyone else sitting on stuff? I got one more.
No, you have to.
Okay, let's make sure we
Prepare.
update the character sheets. So,
Oh, yeah, Spider Clan. Yeah.
Temhr, can you update your there you go, perfect, thank you. All right. Any other spells?
One more. Hang on. Yeah. Palpatine's going to start walking in the direction of the rest of his party and says,
Prepare to witness the true power of the dark side of the Force.
Excuse me. I sort of step away for a second. I glance back. I thought Vader was doing something weird back in the corner. I hear him stumbling a bit. Lord Vader, you okay back there?
Yes. I now want to move before the time is correct.
Yes.
And
Are you ready to witness the true power of the dark side of the Force now?
and he casts Spirit Guardians, which I will put in chat, which I'm sure chat is infinitely familiar with.
Yes, we sure are. Okay.
So Yes, I am a peace cleric. Can I have it be lightning? Perhaps force lightning? Just for flavor. It doesn't actually deal lightning damage. It does whatever the damage it's supposed to.
Mechanically, it's going to be either radiant or necrotic, your choice. If you want to flavor it as there's lightning shooting out for me, I am all for that.
Yeah, there's a whole shitload of lightning.
Wonderful. Oh, God.
I step back.
Do not worry. You're fine.
All right. So,
with the last cast, Vader would like to do one more, one cast of Spider Climb onto etc. Thank you. Thank you.
The robot.
The droid.
So, hang on. I gotta catch up with all this. So, Palpatine
You take your time, good
is
sir.
concentrating. Palpatine casts. I'm just gonna put. There's so many things. I'm just gonna add and Spirit Guardians. I'm gonna add Spirit Guardians to the God, there's so many spells. The Expeditious Retreat tracker. So technically, Spirit Guardians will end on round like 111. If it matters, someone will remind us at some point. Okay, so Palpatine is concentrating, and now there's one more spell being cast by Vader, it sounds like. Or someone else.
Palpatine will get the last word in before we actually do anything, but
If we are getting ready, I have one final move before we get going, but let's get close to this door first.
Vader, are you sure that levitating that droid's a good idea? I say after he casts Spider Climb on the droid.
Oh, Spider Climb. Who is casting Spider Climb?
I was casting Spider Climb,
Okay.
but unfortunately I do not see it written on the sheet.
That may be an issue.
That is an issue.
Okay. So Palpatine, you were saying.
Palpatine is saying that he's sitting back not casting Spider Climb.
okay.
Sounds like it's a technical issue with the sheet. Maybe can we have that? Typo.
Well, Palpatine will prepare anyway, HK for the upcoming gauntlet and say,
Prepare yourself, droid. I will protect you as long as I can.
and then he will cast Sanctuary. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to double do that. Upon HK 47, and then immediately touch the door and say,
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So Sanctuary is cast on round 14, and will end on round 24. Oh my gosh, there's so many spells we are keeping track of, y'all. This is ridiculous. Okay. So
Everything is going according to plan.
minus Spider Climb. We liked that. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
that would have been ridiculous. Okay, Sanctuary ends on round 24. 24 to Sanctuary. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. All right. So, you all, Emperor Palpatine directs you all to place your hands on the door. So, unless anyone is doing anything else, for 3 rounds, you all place your hand on the door, and the rings begin to light up, one after another, after another. Can you please orient yourselves in the positions you'd like to be in while placing your hands on the door? Lord Vader. Perfect. Okay. So 3 rounds later, on round 17, you all move through the door. and find yourselves in a very strange space. Around you are statues of cobras with their mouths open. The sound of snakes slithering, and snakes like one after another spilling out of a few of the mouths. You see one in particular at the far end here, where there is just a huge pile of snakes that has managed to spill out. Also, Lord Vader and
Yes.
Boba Fett, you both see something on the ground right here. It's the hat. It's a hat, like an old leather hat. It reminds you of a scoundrel, a smuggler that you once knew. You're not sure why.
Right here?
Yes, it's just on the floor right there. So, you come into this room, you see the statues, snakes slithering, and the snakes at the far end immediately start hissing and slithering towards you all. So, we are going to begin combat music here. And I'm going to ask everyone to re-roll initiative as we begin our first combat of the evening.
Right.
Alrighty.
Good.
Vader, Palpatine, HK,
Let's see.
and Boba. Don't see Boba on the turn order.
Oh, let me.
Did you click your token?
Click on my sheet. Yeah. Hold on.
That's okay. I will update you to your first roll, which was a 22. Pretty good. Okay. Sort in descending order.
Whoops. Looks like yeah, there we go.
That's okay. I gotcha. Okay. So we move to the top of our turn order, which just has a ton of trackers. And we begin with HK47.
All right, HK47, I believe at this point, has 40 feet of movement from Longstrider.
Yes.
And has Expeditious Retreat cast on him, so he is going to move a lot. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to here with his movement. Then he is going to dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to here. And then he is going to bonus action dash to this location right there.
So you
And then-
action dashed and bonus action dashed.
Yes.
All right. Wonderful.
And then he will sit right here in this corner.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
This droid just like an anime character. Fuck. So fast.
I do have one question for you, Apollo, before
Yes.
I give up my turn. How tall is this ceiling above me?
It is a standard story tall, about 12 feet.
12 feet. Got it.
Boba Fett, your droid has just sprinted away from you around the corner where you can no longer see them. What do you do?
I say, excellent. Good scouting for him, HK. I then move up to right there, and I dig in my pack and pull something out, and I throw a whole bunch of little spiked, sharp objects out in front of me. I will cast Spike Growth.
Oh, spike growth. Okay.
Let me go ahead and ping it.
Yes. Thought you were throwing caltrops for a second.
Well, flavor-wise, yes.
Or
Mechanically,
Scouters.
yes. It's going to be right here, between these two squares.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mark you as concentrating, and we're gonna create another round tracker. Oh boy. Spike growth ends. This lasts for 10 minutes, which will be on round 117. Okay. Boop. Initiative. I'll add 117 there. And add that right there. Okay. All right. Can you mark the spot for me once again?
Yep. Let me pin it again. Right there.
Yes, I see it. Okay. And what's the radius on that?
20-foot radius. And I say, Emperor, Lord Vader, you should have no concern there, but take caution. Plants are fickle things. Although they are plants indeed.
Oh my god, this thing is huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is. It's supposed to be even bigger than that. 20-foot radius? Oh my god.
20-foot radius.
Yep. So it's 8 by 8, I believe.
Roughly, yeah. I think it's supposed to be like a circle. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. All right. Oh, here you said.
The center
right
was there.
There you go. Okay. I'll go ahead and move that to the map layer so we can see our snakes. All right, spikes just flying everywhere, all over this area. And meanwhile, you have Emperor Palpatine just emitting lightning. And then also, what is this? You also cast Sanctuary, which is an interesting choice. What does that look like?
So I'm envisioning some kind of like spooky, dark force energy comes around and is just like swirling around him. And whenever the enemies are going to try and do stuff, some like weird, spooky Sith goes just and like redirects it to nothing because there's going to be no target to redirect off of the robot.
Yeah. Okay, so, and you cast Sanctuary on yourself, right?
Me? No, it's on the robot.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so...
It's on the droid.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so you have Sanctuary. We'll just go ahead and put like a shield thing on you. So that means is until the spell ends, the creature who targets the warded... Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. It doesn't protect you from AoEs or explosions, and if you make an attack, if the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects enemy creatures or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends. Ah, okay. All right. So, Boba, any additional movement or bonus actions from you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then we will see some snaky snakes go. So this snake, HK, your sensors will pick up the sound of of snakes around the hallway moving towards you with a dash. Oop. Just need to pull up my character sheet now. Doop-a-doop. Perfect. Another snake swarm will go. Now this is the one inside of the spike growth. So how does this work? The area becomes difficult terrain. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage. So it is already... For every 5 feet. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural, but any creature that can see it will recognize it as hazardous before entering. So, but the snake is unfortunately already in it. So I believe this snake is going to suffer 2d4 piercing damage to move here. Can you go ahead and roll me 2d4, Boba? And this is piercing damage. Okay. All right. It suffers 1 damage. Because swarms of poisonous snakes are resistant to piercing. Okay, and you had chosen... Let's make sure I measured it right. You had chosen this square right here, I think. Okay. Oh, right there. Okay. Yep. All right, and then the snake will take another 2d4 to move out of it. All right. So that is 10, 20 speed, 25, and the snake swarm is going to close with you, HK-47.
Yep.
They are going to try and attack you and must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. I believe.
I think that is right.
They fail. They, like, all the snakes begin to lunge to try and bite at you, and then they just kind of, like, reel back. Biding their time. Not biting, biting. Emperor Palpatine.
We'll take one step forward and ready flavor-texted Sacred Flame if any snakes dare to cross the spike growth perimeter.
All right, I'll give you an arrow. Now, do you mean to cross it here?
So anything, it's 60 feet. So,
okay.
Oh my god, that's not the measure tool. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Easily remedied.
Lightning just flies out.
I'm sorry. That shouldn't normally happen. It should be this line.
Okay.
60 feet.
Gotcha. All right. All right. You have a ready to action to attack. Lord Vader.
Lord Vader moves forward in a confident stride. He looks out for any snakes that dare come near him and says, Vader hates snakes. That's it. Sees no snakes.
All right. It's worth noting that this door behind you does in fact also have those strange circled runes that lit up as you touched the door and came through from the other side. Okay, that brings us to our last snake swarm down here, who is going to slither on over here. And is going to dash to close with HK-47. Yes, that's what they're going to do. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the turn order, which means I get to roll some dice as snakes begin to pour out of the mouths of the snake statues. We are going to introduce this snake here on this tile down here. HK, you can see this one just popped up right here. See that?
I see him.
Wonderful. We'll have another one that spawns out of the mouth of this statue up here. You all can see this one. And then we have a third one that spawns somewhere else. Cannot see. All right, we go ahead and sort the turn order again. Bring ourselves.
Question: does that snake take any damage for going into the spikes after it spawns?
Let's see here. It drops down and falls onto them. Yeah, sure, why not? Give me 2d4 piercing damage. Okay, it takes 2. All right, so, boop. That brings us to you, Boba Fett.
Alrighty. I will take a step forward. See that snake just popped out. Say, where's this damn droid taking us? This is not the way to the cafeteria. And then I will take a shot at the snake because I don't want any snakes messing up my lunch.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now, really quickly, you have a number of features that might be important. So you have a fighting style archery, which is giving you +2 to attacks made with ranged weapons. Plus you have a +1 bow, so you're getting like +3 on your attacks. And then you're a swarm keeper. And a rogue, so you might get sneak attack on some attacks, but not this one. And then you have sharpshooter feat, which means you can take a -5 penalty to gain +10 on damage. This is incredible. So just make sure before you roll each attack that you declare your sharpshooter, or I guess it'll be represented in your roll, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel it's safe to say I'll be using sharpshooter on all the attacks, unless I say otherwise, and I'll try to...
Okay, we'll set that as our default then. You're already getting +3 from magical sources, or well, feature sources. So that's great.
And then this emboldening bond, I'm just gonna roll to see it here. It's once per turn, correct? It's not once per round.
Yeah. So you don't have to roll that as the same time as your attack. I think you can roll the attack and then decide to use it after the fact, because it says the creature can roll a d4 and add it to the number rolled to an attack roll, an ability check or a saving throw it makes. But yes, you can only use it once per turn.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and take a shot at these snakes, the sharpshooter.
Okay. That is an 11 and will miss.
Okay. Bonus action. I'll shoot again. Same thing.
So I think you have just an extra attack, which is part of the attack action. You just get 2.
Correct. Okay.
A 7.
I'll miss even harder.
A 7 misses.
I'll shake the blast. Damn it! What did this droid do to this thing? It's completely inaccurate.
All right. Any additional movement or bonus actions?
I don't believe so. I'm just gonna hang out one step back here.
All right. That brings us to you, HK.
Okay, HK is going to try to pull this lever.
All right. Give me an athletics check, please. That is a 24. You immediately flip the lever, which I cannot access underneath all these tokens. But all of the mouths of the red statues, the cobra statues, just close up. And you can see and hear no more snakes coming from them.
All right. Looking across at this location here.
Yes.
This spot on the other side of the brazier. Does the brazier block access in there or no?
You can kind of shuffle, twist your body to the side and shuffle through there.
Shuffle around. Okay.
Yeah. But they are like individual legs. Like it's like a coffee table sort of setup where it's a bowl being held by like individual legs and a metal rim that like holds the bowl in it. So the snakes could easily crawl underneath it.
All right, I think Boba Fett is going to... I'm not Boba Fett, sorry. I think HK is going to stay right here and not move.
Okay.
And hold his position.
All right, that brings us to some snake swarms. This one is going to dash to get to here. That'll be the end of their turn. One of the snakes underneath you goes next and is going to make a wisdom saving throw to hit you, but fails. Something is preventing them that they do not understand from attacking. This snake swarm will dash.
The dark side is strong with us.
This snake swarm... oh boy, I'm going to make an intelligence check. That is a natural 1. The snake swarm is going to immediately start crawling towards the target that shot it, Boba Fett. So it's going to go 10... 20, 30, and dash 10, 20, 30. So that is 6 times 12. 2d4. So 12d4, please. Actually, I should have had these rolled separately.
Yeah, so got 5.
2, minus 2, minus 4, minus 2, minus another 2, minus 2, and minus 2. Oh boy. That's quite a bit. But Emperor Palpatine, you had a ready action.
Something dark side.
Where is this? This is... Hang on. They're all reflavored Force something, so I've got to find what it's reflavored.
Yeah.
Nothing
is
Force Lightning.
Force Lightning, Sacred Flame. There you go. Okay, DC 14 Dex save. Now, is this... I don't think difficult terrain has an effect on Dex saves. And I don't think Fight Growth says
I don't believe so.
anything about that. Okay. So it will make a dexterity saving throw, which it just barely fails and takes 6 radiant damage. Bringing the snake really far down. Nice. So that's your ready to action, Emperor Palpatine, but it is now your turn.
Something complete.
and he'll cast yet again another Force Lightning right at the snakes.
All right. The snakes will attempt to evade the lightning, and they felt it last time, so they managed to slither out of the way this time. Anything else?
Rat. He curses. He thought that would have worked. He's good. He's going to hold position.
All right. Some more snakes get to go. This next snake swarm is south of HK47 and is going to dash to close with him, and I'm just going to stack them above you, even though they are above and below you, even though they're in the same square as you. Did not think out this encounter when I planned a lot of tokens overlapping with one another. So that one dashes. This one underneath you is going to make a wisdom save to try and attack you and will also fail. Lord Vader.
Lord Vader looks at the snake swarm and immediately casts a Eldritch Blast of Dark Side Energy Force.
Ooh, very good. And I believe at this level, is it at 5th level or 6th level that you get 2 beams?
It's at 5th level.
Okay, so...
And he is a 5th level warlock.
All right.
It should be called Force Push on your sheet.
Force Slam, I think. Right?
One of those.
Force Push.
We've labeled everything Force. I see the folly that we fell into at this point.
Yeah, I kind of just went ahead and changed everything, and then later realized I don't know what anything is. I hope they do.
Let me really quickly. Let's see. The spell creates more than one beam when you reach... So make separate attack rolls for each beam. So you get to attack twice now with this. So the first beam is a miss. And your second beam is a miss as well.
Do not forget about
sorry.
how emboldened you are, Vader.
Let's not forget that you have those the emboldening bond though, so you have a.
Oh, I did forget about that. I should use that too. Good call on that. Thank you.
Cool. Nice. Nice. Very safe.
I love the modulator Temhr.
Yep.
A 14 is in fact a hit.
Great. And
I believe those are
I
one.
would also use the repelling blast.
Ooh, can you link that? That's one of your Eldritch invocations, I believe. Yes, repelling blast. So you can knock a target up to 10 feet away. So just let me know what direction, and how far.
We'd like to knock it 10 feet back.
Okay, so like this.
More instead of directly opposite of me.
So I think part of the problem
I think
is
it says
these,
straight line.
these
Straight line.
statues.
Then straight
Yeah.
back. Then.
Yeah, I think it would have sent it more like this way, but these statues are kind of in the way. We can say it goes here. That's fine. Okay.
And then I'll take 2d4 twice.
I don't think on force movement.
Yeah, I think it
Does
only
force
happens when
movement call
it moves. Let's take a look.
When a creature moves into or within the area, it is moving within the area. Doesn't say anything about force movement.
The creature moves into or within the area. Let's take a look. Spike
If
growth, forced movement.
Just getting pushed through spikes should hurt. I know it doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity for that reason, but I think most stuff works with it.
Okay, sage advice says entering such an area of effect, and the example is moonbeam, but I think this applies to anything, need not be voluntary unless a spell says otherwise.
Yep, nice.
Okay. There's some specific rules about when a creature enters, like a spell will use the specific word enters or entering, and that is, it has to be voluntary. So yeah, this works. Okay, so it will take another Yeah, okay, so you rolled 1. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I need to roll down. There you go. Okay, so it takes another 4 damage. Nice. Wow. More
Good work, Lord
movement
Vader.
control that you all didn't plan for. Wonderful. All right. That brings us to the top of the turn order, unless there's anything else, Lord Vader.
I just moved myself to the north a bit.
Wonderful.
That is all.
Okay. We will spawn some more snaky snakes here. This one comes in at initiative 8 and will be off screen. This one will be at initiative... Or, I'm sorry, I said 8, but I placed it on statue 8. This one is on statue 30. Okay. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and sort the initiative order again, and that will bring us to HK47's turn on round 19, halfway through Sanctuary.
All right. HK47 is going to use his action to cast a spell. He is going to cast Spider Climb.
Oh, you
Which
had
will-
Spider Climb.
Yeah, I thought we both had it, and that's my mistake.
Okay.
So using this will break my concentration on Expeditious Retreat
Okay.
because I'm using another concentration spell.
Yes. Okay.
And then you said it is a standard 12-foot ceiling.
It is a standard 12-foot ceiling.
Good. I'm going to climb 10 feet right up the wall.
Okay.
Should be 3 snake swarms that are on my square, correct?
There are 3 snake swarms that will get opportunities of attack. Yes.
Yes.
All right. They will each make a wisdom check. I believe it doesn't matter what order they do. So, DC 14, fail, pass, fail. One of them will bite you with a 20.
I cast shield. It's your reaction.
Oh yeah, it's your reaction. Okay, I always get funny about reactions on your own turn, but yes. Okay. All right, you cast shield. Wonderful, burning through those spell slots.
And
Okay.
that should be 10 feet of my movement to go up the wall, right?
Yeah, because Spider Climb says you just have a climbing speed, right?
Yep. I have a climbing speed. I have to use both hands, which is why I don't have a shield equipped or a weapon equipped.
Very
And then
good.
I am going to climb above the statues along the wall 30 feet to the south.
Okay, sounds good.
But unfortunately, it's going to block my vision, and it won't let
Oh.
me move past that square.
That's okay. You can just here. I will.
If you can get me around, that's... I don't know where your lighting has set up.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just. I will deal with this in one.
If you
swoop.
move me, that's fine with me.
I'll just go ahead and. Oh wait, nope. I can't do that all at once. Let's go ahead. That for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can I move myself now?
Yeah, go for it.
Good. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's the extent of the movement I have left.
Okay. That brings us to you, Boba.
Okay. I will go ahead and take another shot at the snake up here. Okay. With sharpshooter, as is my standard.
This one. Sorry, before the roll. This one is like
Oh, yeah,
behind
please.
cover. I don't even know
so
if you
I'll
can
move back.
see it because it's like behind the statue at this point.
Oh, I apologize.
That's
If I
all right.
move to here, can I move there?
Yeah, you can move there, and yeah, you've got line of sight on it now. That'll work.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a 13, which is just short. If you use your
I will
emboldening,
gonna, yeah.
all right, on a minimum, you hit 14, which is their AC. So that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And let's make sure I have sharpshooter turned on. Yep.
Ooh, 20 damage. Very good. It's really hard to see this token's HP bar now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and move that down there.
And then, because of my gathered swarm, which are reflavored as shown,
Yes.
I will move the target 15 feet horizontally, so I can move it, map it down. Correct?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
All right.
I will do so. Needs a strength save.
Oh, wait. Okay.
What's the DC on the strength save?
You can cause this or assist you with the following ways. Attack target must succeed in a strength or
13.
remove.
Oh. Okay.
DC 13.
It passes.
Ooh. Okay.
And does not move.
I just fire off the blaster. It hits a snake, and then a little swarm of mini rockets come and just spray the wall. Damn it!
Nice.
Targeting still off.
So that's how you've flavored your swarm, is just a bunch of rockets. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, we now will...
I apologize. I have a second attack.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Go for it.
Yep. We will fire once again.
A miss. On a natural
Critical
one.
miss. I just fire into the ceiling, and I just start smacking the gun in anger. Like, what? Oh, man. I'm going to have to have a talk with HK47 after this, because he has messed this thing up beyond any sort of use. I don't know what he's done to it. It's bad. It's real bad.
That would explain why he ran away so quickly.
Coward. All droids. Cowards.
All right. Anything else from you, Boba?
I make a note of HK47's designation, and I send a note to myself to ask Jabba how much he would fetch in trade later.
Ooh, good call. Okay, I need to decide what these snakes are doing.
And actually, I apologize. One thing, I'll move back.
Okay. Sounds good. The snakes are going to chase after HK47, I think. These here can't see any other target. So I think they're just gonna follow you this way and ready in action. This snake is going to follow you. And ready in action. The snake, same thing. The snake, same thing. This snake. Oh, where's this snake? This is the snake that you all are fighting. Yes, okay, this poor snake up here is going to slither 10, 20, 25. I think we'll clear 5, 10, 15. Oh, nope, that's 30. And so it's going to take 6d4 damage.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Okay, 2, 2, and 3 will bring it down to 1 HP. So that is 30 feet of movement, and it is going to dash to close with you, Lord Vader.
I would take an opportunity through. I believe I have. Hold on,
Sentinel.
Oh
me
no. Okay.
And do you have Sentinel too? Can you stop it before it comes in?
and yes,
Okay, creatures provoke attack of opportunity when they enter your reach.
yes.
And your reach is 5 feet or 10 feet right now? With the
I
spear.
have my lightsaber, my spear with lightsaber with the tassels on the back, and I believe that is 10
Oh boy.
10 feet.
All right.
No,
So
I think the spear is 5.
Oh, it is. Let me check.
The spear is 5.
Well, unfortunate, but still.
okay. You use your reaction to strike the snakes when they reach here. Give me your attack. A 19, and your lightsaber will just like slice through a bunch of these snakes. And as a bunch like of the remaining ones leap up, you will just riposte and slice through the rest of them, killing this snake swarm.
Nice full.
All too easy.
Emperor Palpatine, that brings us to you.
He'll take a few steps forward. and just yell up to HK.
Robot, tell us what is going on with the plan.
And that's it. He's gonna wait. He can't see anything else happening, and those spikes look extra scary.
And tell me what you did to my blaster.
All right. A snake swarm will go next and will begin chasing HK-47, 10 feet of movement, and another 20. I think the snake swarm will dash and will get, like, here. And that will be it. Lord Vader, your turn. Lord Vader, are you there?
Lord Vader, your communication device. Has
Lord
the droid
Vader,
messed with
yes.
that one too?
There we go.
The droid fucked everything up.
We can hear you.
Thank you. Lord Vader steps forward, not into the spikes, though, but at the edge of them, and wonders and calls out, "Are the spikes dangerous?"
Good question about spike growth. Are they dangerous?
Be careful, Lord Vader. I don't think they recognize your majesty.
For spikes, do not discern between friend and foe, Vader. It is best to hold the line here for now.
Vader nods. It is so, and waits, with eldritch vast energy crackling through him.
Wonderful.
As a, I should say, as a action held action.
Sure. All right. That will bring us to the last snake swarm that was on HK-47 square by the red lever, and they will dash to reach here. Which brings us to the top of the round, and I get to roll more dice for more snaky snakes. All right. This snake group will enter, and this snake group will enter. They will be on... Oop. Oh, I gotta re-roll that one. That number does not exist. That one does. There we go. Far end here for you. And HK, one of them snakes begin to spill out right here. Oop.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us to the start of the round. Sort the initiative. Okay. So, one of the new snake swarm actually gets to go ahead of you, HK-47. And they are at the far end of the hallway where the green statues are. And it will dash to right there. And it is your turn.
Okay.
There's a lot of snakes.
You may want to prepare the dynamic lighting towards the bottom, because HK is going to go down the wall and around the side.
Sure.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... 35, 40, 45, 50, dashing, 55, 60, 75, 80 to here,
Woo.
up along the wall.
Oh boy. All right.
That is the extent of what I have.
Boba. We cannot hear you.
I'm muted, sorry. I take a few steps forward, and I take a moment to adjust the sights and the aiming on the blaster rifle. Forward another little bit here, and I say, Lord Vader, we should wait for the droid to return. And I'll ready action to attack any snake that I see.
Okay. All right, that brings us to some of the snake swarms down here. There are beginning to be a lot of them. This snake swarm will dash to here. This snake swarm will dash to here. This next snake swarm will come over here. The next snake swarm will crawl towards the lever. The next snake swarm will crawl. Oh, where's this one? Ah, this is the dead one. I can just remove that. Wonderful. Let me make sure I have all of the snake swarms. Yes. Okay. Oh, wait. Where's that snake swarm? Did I delete one of them? I think I did. I think I deleted the wrong one when y'all killed the snake swarm, so I'm just going to roll initiative for this one. Oh, it rolled last. Wonderful. That brings us to Emperor Palpatine. All of these snakes that have been moving have readied actions now.
Just to keep things moving in Snakeland, Palpatine steps forward, agrees that we all are going to wait for the droid. We have everything going according to plan. This is perfect. And we'll ready a Sacred Flame / Force... Lightning? Lightning.
Wonderful.
For any snakes that decide to dare come around the corner.
All right. I will just assume that you all are going to just continue waiting until you have a reason to decide otherwise. This snake swarm is just going to stay put right there with its ready action. This one is going to dash here. Some of these dashed and should not have ready actions.
It's a little late. We're not going to bring it back. I just want to remind Temhr, I believe you get temp HP when you kill someone.
Yes, 8 points. I'm just curious on where to add them. There's a few circles above my head that I'm not entirely certain where to type them in.
Why don't, if you double click on your token, you should see the bar values. Do you see those?
Like the little circles, the red circle, the green circle, the blue circle.
So when you double click the token, it should bring up the token settings in like a little pop-up menu. Just for the green bar or the blue bar, just type in like 8 out of 8 for that. And the bar should appear above your head. Or if you just want to like add 8 to your HP, either works for me. Okay, that one moves, and Vader, it is your turn. Are you doing anything different?
I'm not moving anywhere different. Just looking out for those snakes and blasting them in case they come around the corner.
Okay.
Ready action Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. All right, this snake swarm... Sorry, I cut you off there.
Mechanical terms, Eldritch Blast, ready action. Vader, kill some snakes time.
Very good. Okay. These... I lost track of which snakes dashed, so I'm just going to leave it like this, but I don't think you're going to interact with most of them. Which brings us to the top of the turn order. And I will continue rolling dice here and adding snakes to our initiative. Boop. Snake pops out there, HK by the green. And this one, boop, it's added. Have to re-roll that one. Right here in front of you. Okay.
Is it down on the ground?
It is down on the ground, yes.
Okay.
And that brings us to one of the snake swarm's turn. They are going to go pile on top of the lever. And it is your turn.
All right, talk to me about this lever. As I move forward 5 feet, 10 feet here, how high off the ground is it?
About 10 feet.
The lever's 10 feet off the ground?
Oh, I'm sorry, the lever. Oh. It's
because
not...
the snakes are piling at the bottom.
Yeah. So, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to reach down without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Oh, I mean, I would love that. We'll see if that is allowed to happen.
I mean, it wouldn't provoke AOs, right? Because you're not moving in or out, but maybe like a ready to action. But even then, you know.
I think it's a very low DC, but if you can give me an athletics check that's successful, you can do this no problem.
Nice.
Okay. So I believe I moved 5, 10. I'm going to move a little bit down the wall as I move my 15 here.
Yeah.
And then can I reach it from this space?
I think you'd have to go above it to try and like reach your hand down or like kick your leg out to do it.
Okay. I'm not going to move on to the square with the snakes just yet. mechanically, but I'm in that square, and I'm going to make my athletics check.
Okay.
And now, am I making an athletics check to be able to attempt to pull the lever, and then another one to pull the lever? Or is
it represents your effort to like move carefully enough not to get like just to avoid the snakes while reaching down.
Okay, so
Yeah.
making an athletics check.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Oh, I need to scroll way down. Oh yeah, that's totally
21.
fine. Yep, no problem. All right. So this athletics check was to sneak down, and now I need another one to pull the lever. Would you like to use your emboldening bond?
I do not have it, and I am more than 30 feet away from my party.
Oh, yes.
I don't get my emboldening bond.
All right.
Which makes me a little sad, because I passed the first one. I wanted that to be the lever.
So you're very careful not to get within the snake's reach. After all, you hate snakes. Or maybe that's someone else you've met. You're not quite sure. But you aren't quite, kicking enough to get there. So I am going to offer you a devil's bargain. I will let you. I will give you the additional 2 that you need to hit the lever, but you will then provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Life deal.
I will absolutely take that.
Okay. So you still have Sanctuary on you, so they both need to make wisdom saving throws to attack you. That is a failure by 1 and a failure.
Nice.
You flip the switch, and the blue statues' mouths close.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Mechanically, I'm in this spot right above the lever.
yes.
And then I think if I climb 10 feet, I think I'm at the ceiling, right?
Yeah, and you can again
Back up.
move diagonally over. And
And once I get to the ceiling, I'm going to move 5-10 feet across the ceiling that way.
Okay, so you are up on the ceiling.
I'm up on the ceiling upside down.
Damn. All right, that brings us to you, Boba.
Okay.
You hear the sound of, and I should have mentioned this when the first lever was pulled. But as the mouths close, you can see them. You also hear the sound of gears turning and chains being pulled somewhere in the depths of this structure. And you hear it now, once again, as you might assume more mouths of statues are closing.
Gotcha. I'm very careful not to voice what I'm about to think, because I'm fairly certain either Vader or Palpatine would probably kill me for saying it out loud. But I wonder if maybe we're in a room below the cafeteria where they, store some of the livestock or some of the raw materials for the fine lunches that they serve on the Death Star here.
Oh, possibly.
Not that it's not the highest quality food, but cost cutting here and there. You never know.
Yeah, the Empire doesn't
So
have an
I'm just-
unlimited budget, yo.
Yeah, and to actually make that extra clear, I kind of pull out a little coin out of my pocket. It's a faded, rusty, silver-looking coin, and I say, "Man, these credits." Ugh, I put it away. And then I continue readying my action for any snakes that come back.
All right. Just a swarm of snakes are just gonna follow HK-47. This one is going to ready an action. This one is going to slither over here and ready an action. This one is going to come over here and ready an action. Lots of readied actions as the snakes all just are following underneath you. And I'm going to say that they're all piling on each other in your underneath you in your square. But you of course are on the ceiling climbing like Spider-Man. Okay, so we've just got a group of 5 snakes that just moved with ready actions. Perfect. Palpatine.
Having heard the second closing of snake mouths, Palpatine is quite pleased. But he also noticed that his partner, Boba Fett, seems hungry and says,
Fear not, for your Imperial credits will work just fine when we finally reach the cafeteria. I have no idea what floor this is. This is certainly not the detention level.
and continues readying the same pew 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 action.
Excellent. 3 more groups of snakes are going to follow suit and pile on underneath you. It looks like they're almost building a bridge or something. Or not a bridge, but you know how like ants will pile on and begin to like form like a structure and start reaching for things. Yeah, imagine that goodness.
If we don't imagine it, does it not happen?
No, it's happening.
It's happening, regardless of your imagination or lack thereof. Lord Vader.
Lord Vader continues to wait, wondering what takes the robot so long, and what is the robot doing past this. Possibly, he's just lazing around. He remembers, perhaps I should force kill this robot at a later time. Using my energy. That. And then readies in action, of course. Eldritch Blast.
Wonderful. Okay.
For the droid, of course, right?
Yes, of course. Puts another memo to probably force kill also. Another person on his team. Vader loves killing people on his own team.
Yikes. What a scary boss. Okay. More snake swarms prepare actions and swarm underneath you. Which brings us to the top of the round order where I get to roll one more snake swarm as it pops out of the mouth of this statue here. HK47.
Gotcha.
Ooh, and it also rolled very well. It's initiative. What is your dex modifier?
HK's?
Yeah.
I believe it's +2.
Perfect.
It is +2.
Okay. All right. So a couple snake swarms get to go before you, and that brings all of the snake swarms underneath you with readied actions here. Your turn, HK.
All right, HK is going to crawl on the ceiling 5, 10 to there, 15, 20. I'm going to go to the wall at this point.
Yeah.
Dynamic lighting being removed.
Here I can.
And hyperspeed. You're doing great, Apollo. No worries.
Thanks.
25.
Oh, there's a
30. I'm going to start climbing down the wall towards the statue. 35. And am I at a spot where I can reach this lever at this point here?
Just about. And
I've been climbing down the wall as I've been moving forward.
Yeah.
So it's in between the squares.
Yeah. No, you can get about at the same point where you were at with the other one where you're like close to it. But all of these snakes, their ready actions go off and they are following you. They are chasing you. They had a ready dash action. So they are all going to go.
When does that ready dash action go off?
As soon as you get 30 feet away from them, which is their speed, which brings them here. So I'm just going to leave all of these other groups over here and just have them all represented by one snake swarm.
Interesting.
So they are slithering after you as you're moving, and they follow you to this lever. So if you want to reach the lever, you'll once again need to be very careful with an athletics check.
I don't think I'm going to have any choice. Athletics check to carefully reach the lever.
Okay.
I have carefully reached the lever. I am going to try to kick it.
Okay.
I fail to kick it open.
Yes. This time with the snake pile being even larger, it's just like so incredibly difficult. Like you're still being very careful, but you just don't have the leverage you need to push the lever. Given how much more the snake swarms are overtaking the lever. Like you push against it and you feel it move, but there's just so much weight of snake like on the lever pushing back against you. In addition to its already difficult spring. Yeah.
At this point, I will take my last 5 feet of movement to climb up the wall as high as I can.
Okay.
And then ponder what the next turn will bring.
Good question. Boba.
Okay. Let's see. Well,
how much fun are y'all having up there?
I'm loving role-playing this.
Yeah.
Probably not much.
I'm wondering if this droid's ever going to come back at all. We might have to come get him here shortly, because if he doesn't come back, we might have an issue.
Wonder what he's doing back there. HK, the meatloaf.
Lord Vader, do you think we should advance?
Maybe. Who really knows on these things, right? Then Vader just stops and practices his dancing. Michael Jackson style. Da-da-da-da. Moonwalk. Yeah. Jumps down, spins. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I hope no one's watching that. I hope no one's watching this show.
Show fine.
It's only broadcasts all corners of the universe.
Sorry,
Yeah,
1 second.
I think we give the droid another moment, and then we shall have no choice but to move forward. I don't think we could keep waiting forever. Eventually, they stop serving the good stuff. And I will ready action, attack any snake in range, and just hang out.
Sorry, it looks like there was a bot in that thing. Okay. Great. Okay, so the snake swarms are just going to begin readying actions to attack. And as a reminder, and we can all see now with my beautiful art here, they are all piled up on this lever. They're technically in this square underneath you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snakes have actions. And that brings us to you, Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Emperor Palpatine.
You are. That's you.
I'll keep this moving. I don't need to goofy roleplay. Ready to action. Shoot the thing.
Okay.
Go HK.
All right. Lord Vader, anything different?
Vader is just sad and ready for action.
Okay. And then I'm just going to ready the actions of all of these snakes, and I'm going to roll one more snake into the fray, bring them into the initiative order on round 7. I'm just getting like way ahead of myself. But they come in this statue here. Boop. And the rest of these just all get their readied actions. HK, what are you doing next?
HK has decided that there are too many snakes, and he is running. Everybody will hear from the other end of the hallway. He will hear, incoming! Or, sorry. Let's go with commentary. Incoming! And he will move 80 feet.
All right, let me just go ahead and get rid of
50,
all of this dynamic
60.
lighting stuff.
I think I lost. I was here. That's 60, 70, 80. Yep, I'm right at the corner.
There you
And
go.
climbing around the wall.
Ooh. And that's 80 right there?
Yep,
Okay.
that's 80. I'm right at the corner, climbing back around the wall.
All right. Boop, 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 boop. There we are. And that brings us to you, Boba. You hear HK-47 cry out from around the corner with his commentary.
There's our boy. Any minute now. Same. Ready, action, wait, etc.
Okay. The snakes are just going to begin chasing, unfortunately.
Actually, can I? No, you're good.
Oh, man. I'm never designing another microing.
Well, this was my fault because I thought we had Expeditious Retreat and Spider Climb, but we didn't. This would have been over a lot sooner.
That's okay. Here we
It's alright,
are.
we're gonna have some fun here in a minute.
Should be good. Okay, I'm just updating my snake swarms to where they're at. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just move their HPs off to the side, and when they become relevant, I'll reintroduce them. I'm just going to make one token that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 swarms. And I'm going to give them
Got it. That seems
one.
so much easier.
I'm going to give them one initiative, I think.
Okay.
Just
and
so
make it, like extra big.
Yeah, it's just going to become an extra big token. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and just remove all of the snake swarms and read its initiative. And I think I'm going to roll it at disadvantage because it's a large... Oh shoot, I just deleted something I shouldn't have. I think it was Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, I think, ends on the next
24.
round.
It's on round 24. Yeah.
Yep, it ends when my next turn goes, so we're good.
Yeah, I recall being real close to ending.
Okay. All right. Boop, boop. Get all these snake swarms out of the way. Okay. So the snake swarm is going to roll initiative at disadvantage. They get a 16. Okay. Oh, perfect. So the snake swarm moves. Emperor Palpatine is waiting. Lord Vader is waiting. And we have reached the cap on the snake swarms for this room. There are 12.
There is a cap? Oh my gosh.
I did set a cap on the number of swarms, and
Wow.
it is in fact 12.
That's a wise move.
Okay.
So I just didn't realize that 12 would be way too much. Okay, that brings us to round 24. And HK47, it is your turn.
10, 20, 30, 40 up along the wall above the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
45 dynamic lighting issues.
Oh.
Jumping over here, 50, 55, 60, 65.
Are you on the ceiling?
And then I'm going to, thank you. I'd like to be 65 here. And then start climbing onto the top of the statue here.
Okay, cool. Boba.
The droid has returned. HK, get over here. Explain yourself. What have you done to this blaster?
Oh.
I think HK will go ahead and say, advisement. Move back, incoming. Next.
What do you mean incoming? Oh, God. I mean, Emperor.
All right, and the snake swarms, you hear them like just slithering. They're nearly around the corner.
I have a line of sight, technically, based on the lighting. Can I take my shot?
Ooh. Sure, you can take a shot.
Now, technically speaking, it's only because it's a large, because you made it big, because of this whole swarming thing. So...
I think the swarm together would be a large creature. And I think with sharpshooter, you ignore cover, right?
I ignore all the things.
Half cover? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can totally make a shot if you want.
I do want. Let's. With them building bombs.
That will hit.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Boop.
Okay, that is 24 is 12 damage.
It's actually 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. I misread.
Yep. And I will use my gathered swarm feature.
Yes.
And we will do pierce damage. Let's go ahead and move it 15 feet horizontally. Strength save 13.
It fails and goes horizontally, like to the left or right.
Can we go map down?
Oh, yes, that's fine. 5, 10, 15. All right. And
then I'm going to back up to like right around there.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, feels good.
Okay. Lord Vader.
Lord Vader. Can Lord Vader see snakes. Like I can.
No.
Lord Vader can't see a snake who believes he's just the borrowers of one. Observing a snake.
I don't think you can see the snakes at all.
Okay, it's a switch. Yes, that's a switch. So Lord Vader steps slightly back. Slightly. Right
Sure.
up and back.
All right. And you continue your readied action.
Yes, ready action for Eldritch Blast.
All right. That brings us to HK 47.
Okay, HK47 is going to climb down the wall a little bit and move back out. I think it'll probably take me 10 feet to get back down onto the statue, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. 5, 10. Then like 15, 20, 25 back to here, and he will use his action to summon his Eldritch Cannon. Which is a super large wall of text, but really I'm summoning a Force Ballista, which is a little blaster pistol that has little legs that sits on my shoulder.
Sorry for misclick.
No, that's okay. I've got it on the stream. You can make a ranged spell attack with, I believe, a bonus action at a creature or object within 120 feet. On a hit, it takes 2d8 force damage, and if they are a creature, is pushed away from the cannon. Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Boba Fett.
Okay. I'm gonna move back up to here.
Mm-hmm.
We see no snakes.
Yes.
Gonna casually move up to here. We
No
see
snakes.
no snakes. Can I move up one more, or is that blocked?
You'd have to kind of crawl up on the statue, which will be difficult terrain, but you can do it, yes.
No, I choose not to do that.
Okay.
I just move over to here.
Okay. All right, that brings us...
And then
yep.
ready action.
Okay.
If I see any snakes.
Got it. All right. On the snake swarm's turn, it is going to move 30 feet to here, which will, I think, provoke a couple attacks from y'all. I know I've removed some of the dynamic lighting, but there is still a statue here. But I think most of you can take the shot.
Okay.
Emperor Palpatine, you had a sacred flame, which you, as soon as you get sight, that goes off. You don't need, you can ignore cover. Boba Fett, you ignore cover on principle. Yep. So they fail and take 8 radiant damage. But Lord Vader, your Eldritch Blast, like they've got quite a bit of cover from you. So they would have +2 AC against your attack. Boba, that is a 9, and your emboldening bond cannot convert that. That is still a miss.
Okay. Yeah, close, but not quite.
Yep. So Vader would they still have their action if you'd like to wait.
Too late. That's okay.
Temhr, you do have the emboldening bond, though, right?
But at -2, that would be...
Right, with the cover,
okay,
that's not
12.
going to make it.
That's with the cover, yeah.
Okay. All right. And the snake swarm is going to dash for 10, 20, 30, suffering quite a bit of damage. And this is going to be applied to each snake swarm. I'm not going to have you roll 6d4 for each snakes. Just roll 2d4 3 times, and I will apply the damage to each group.
So 1, 2, and 3.
6 damage each. Okay. Temhr, would you like to make your attack now?
The Eldritch Blast attack? I believe I've already done it.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, don't forget each time you attack with it, you shoot 2 beams.
You are correct. Thank you for correcting on that one.
That's right.
All right, your second beam is a hit.
Yes, that is a hit. For 8. And could I push it back using a force, a repelling
Yes. It blasts and snakes just like completely cover this statue here. Emperor
Take
Palpatine.
out snakes.
Question: does it take damage moving out of the spike growth?
No, I don't think it does.
Okay.
I have been playing it kind of fast and loose with that, but
I think you're right though, because it says moving into it or moving around
Yeah.
inside of it. So
Yeah.
moving out, it should be fine.
yeah.
Cool.
Palpatine, it is your turn. Sanctuary has ended, by the way. Okay. So the first one. The damage represented here by this token is just one of the 12 snake swarms. I am tracking the rest of them separately. I can drag
Sure.
those onto the map.
I
if you
don't
want
think
to
you
see
need to
them.
drag those
Yeah,
at the
believe
moment.
Okay.
The dark side will watch and make sure you do not cheat us.
All right. A
As you know,
13
Vader might say.
is a miss, and they will suffer 8 damage, nearly killing them.
And
Anything else?
Palpatine will back up to be right next to the bridge.
Okay. All right, Lord.
Everything is going according to plan.
Excellent, Lord Vader. It is your turn.
Lord Vader shoots another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 2 beams, please. A 13 does not quite do it. You could add your emboldening bond.
Oh.
If you use your bond on the 13, it will hit.
Oh, okay.
It
Thank
is
you.
guaranteed. For 2 force damage. Okay.
Going slow.
That brings us to the top of the turn order. We are on round. Oh boy, what round are we on now? 26. Okay. HK 47.
All right, HK is going to pull out his arcane firearm, and he is going to fire his assassin rifle, which is a stylized firebolt.
Ooh, excellent.
And with my enhanced arcane focus, that gives me a +1 to hit, so that is a 19.
Ooh.
And my arcane firearm also gives me a bonus of a d8 to damage, so that's going to end up being 6 for the arcane firearm and 18 for the fire on the firebolt.
Nice.
Oh my god. So. Sorry, okay, the 6 comes from the firearm. Oh my god, and 18 from the normal damage. So that's
Yeah, just a really good roll. It's a 10 and
24.
an 8.
Wow.
Okay, I'm just gonna apply this damage. I'm just gonna finish off one of the other snake swarms that's like closest to
fine.
24. Boop. That one dies.
Okay. And I am going to then, with my bonus action, use my Force Ballista.
24.
Firing with a-
or
Now, it is a
25.
ranged spell attack, so I have an enhanced arcane focus. I believe with a ranged spell attack, I still get that +1.
But you're not the one casting the spell attack.
Let me link the Force Ballista. If this doesn't count, that's fine.
Sure.
But it says make a ranged spell attack originating from the cannon. So I'm the
Originating
one
fr-
making the attack.
Oh.
So
What's that?
I'm going to argue that this counts, but you can discount it if you don't think it's worth it, or if you don't think it's right.
Apollo, can you hear Jamie K somewhere saying, "Artificers are broken"? Apollo.
Shouldn't have allowed them. Huh. Okay. Where's the full language of the ballista? I want the whole text.
This is the full ballista. I will pop the Eldritch Cannon in there if you wish.
Yes, please.
Chat, friendly reminder, if you read all of Eldritch Canon, you get your Book It sticker towards a free personal pan pizza.
Okay, so in the when you create the cannon, you determine its appearance, blah blah blah. You decide which type it is. On each of your turns, you can use you can take a bonus action to cause the cannon to activate.
Okay.
And the activation has you the player make a ranged spell attack. I don't know. This is really weird.
What's the language of
Yes.
the arcane focus there, Joe? The other thing?
The enhanced arcane focus.
Yeah.
Just +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. And I'm making a ranged spell attack. If you want to defer
Oh,
this
here it
until
is.
the break,
The arcane firearm says when you cast an artificer spell through the firearm.
got it.
Well-
Okay, so then this will not count because the Force Ballista is not an artificer spell. Okay, so
Oh, wait.
that as I scroll,
Oh wait, no, that's the arcane firearm. You're talking about the arcane focus. Oh boy.
no, I think you're actually right. Because the firearm, no, I guess that's right. This is the arcane focus. Would you like to defer this until the break and I'll not use the +1 for this particular encounter?
Yeah, why don't we
Save us time?
do that for now?
I have no problem with that. I did roll a 24.
Yeah, it doesn't matter on this particular attack, so that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to roll my damage, which doesn't include that arcane firearm. It's only the 4 force damage.
Okay. Oh, you already rolled the force damage?
Yeah, I rolled it at the very bottom after that wall and then the
Oh, there
other
it
wall
is.
of text.
Okay, 4 force
Don't
damage.
ignore the 3 because the arcane firearm definitely does not apply to this damage.
Okay, one sec. I need to refresh my... I'm getting an alert from Roll20 that they're having connectivity issues, so I have to refresh my main GM page
All right.
here. And my screen is completely blank. Like, the map is blank.
Lovely.
Great.
That's not good.
Okay, so I think... Oh, here, everything's
Oh,
beginning to
dark
load
side
now.
wins. Everything is blank, right?
Everything's beginning to load now. Wonderful. Okay. Why don't we take our first break now? I know it's the middle
Love
of
it.
combat, but it has been about 2 hours since we started. So
Mhm.
thanks for hanging in there with us, everyone, for I know what is a very long encounter. We will see you on the other side of our break. We'll be right back.